So thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Businessman, and I'm your boy Sirr. And today I have another guest, an artist from Mobile, Alabama, hometown hero, Miss Diedre Graham. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you again for taking time out of your schedule to do this interview for me. And Miss Diedre,
it is my pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. And I know this is a holiday season, so this will not be a long interview of you. But if you could, to everyone that's listening, could you tell everyone what it is that you do?
Currently, I am a high school dance teacher, but when I'm not teaching, I am a performer.
All right. And how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing since I was 6 years old, so
Wow.
20 plus years.
All right. We're not going to tell our age now, but I love that.
Right, we're not going to.
Shucks. Okay. So, Deidre, if I may ask, what inspired you to start dancing at such a young age?
So when I was about 4 years old, I think I went to this women's conference at a church in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wasn't supposed to be there, but my mom, being a single mother, she was trying to find someone to watch me, but nobody could, so I just had to go with her. And at this church, they had these ballerinas. I remember vividly, they had on tutus and point shoes.
Oh.
And I remember leaning over to my mom and being like, "Mom, I want to do this." And
Right.
I told my mom this a few years ago, and she was like, "How could you remember that? You were 4 years old."
Right.
So I guess, it was destiny. It was supposed to happen. I was supposed to be there. And from that moment on, I've been passionate about dance ever since.
All right. Okay. So with doing this for 20 plus years, were there any obstacles that you encountered along the way?
Oh, yes. Very, very many obstacles, but none that weren't too hard to overcome. Faith is a big part of being an artist or just a human being in general. One of the main obstacles that I always mention is that when I was about 16, I was told that I didn't have the right body type to be a part of this ballet production. And so from there, I created my own production, and it turned into an organization that I have called Imagine Me, Imagine Me, which raises awareness about body image and self-esteem for girls between the ages of 12 and 18 through dance.
Okay.
So I've just been working on building on that. That was in 2007, so it's been like 10 years that I've really been cultivating that and working on it. But yeah, that was the main eye-opening moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
And from that moment forward, I think I really was able to figure out how I was going to navigate this industry and this world that I love that's called dance.
I love that. That's inspiring. So my next question is, with you wearing a few different hats, like you said, you're a dance teacher. You also run your own, company that brings awareness to body shaming, and embracing who you are and whatever shape, color, or facet you may be within dance.
Right.
How do you manage to balance work and your personal life with wearing so many hats?
Oh, it's hard. For I think the first few years, I mainly focused on building me and my organization, the brands and the ideas. But then I realized that I was missing out on life. So I took a step back from that and really tried to support everybody who was supporting me. I didn't want to always feel like I was asking people for money or donations or to come to my shows. But then in return, I couldn't, be there for them because I was in rehearsal or I was traveling abroad, know. So I think now that I've found a balance, it's been helpful. I think just making sure I schedule everything within enough time. That's my main thing. I am addicted to my calendar on my phone.
I heard that.
So that has been a game changer. I have a planner that I write things down in. I just tried to become more organized. I think that's helped a lot.
Right. I agree with you. Shout out to Google Calendars because without it, I'd be nothing.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. So over your illustrious career, doing this for 20 plus years, is there any one moment that you consider to be your most memorable?
I've had a couple of memorable moments.
Okay.
Ooh, I think so far, the most memorable moment would be being a ballet teacher at this orphanage in Haiti that I got to volunteer at.
Oh.
It was really life-changing for me. I thought I was there to help them, but in reality, they taught me a lot. And so I always cherished that moment of my first time going there to teach them, and they got to see a brown ballerina. That was pivotal for me when I saw that. I actually saw brown ballerinas my first time, I think, because I'm from Montgomery. So we moved here at the age of when I was 6, and there was this dance company here, and they had all brown girls, and they had their tights and ballet shoes on that matched their skin tone, and I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. So I took that to Haiti, and I've been volunteering there as much as possible, although I missed this last time. But yeah, so that was the most pivotal moment thus far.
Okay. I love it. I'm glad it affected you beyond the realm of dance. It's something that you took with you, to shape your mindset. That's beautiful. All right. So my next question is a little bit of a downer. And it's the reason I'm asking this is because for every high, there's a low. And so I just want to visit that reality. So at any point, did you feel that you wouldn't be successful in dance? And if so, who or what changed your mind?
I think that being successful, that's what I actually have been dealing with for a while, because as artists, especially as dancers in the industry, you have this idea of, I want to dance behind this artist, I want to be on tour with this person, I want to do this music video, I want to do this Broadway show. And so I had been dealing with that because I hadn't gotten that many shows that I wanted to be a part of yet. And then I transitioned from New York to Houston at one point. So it was just like dealing with my idea of success and what that reality looked like for me. But my mother was a major instrumental part of me accepting where I am in each part of my career. If that makes sense.
No, it does. It does. Wholeheartedly. All right. Well, it's good to have that cornerstone in your life to keep you focused and to set that example for you. So, kudos to you.
Yes.
All right. So
I am super appreciative of my mother. She is the reason why I'm still dancing.
There you go. There you go. You better shout her out. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
All right. Well, my next question is a little bit of a long-term question in terms of your career. Where would you like to see yourself with your company and as a teacher and maybe some other ventures? Where would you like to see yourself in 1 year, in 3 years, then in 10 years?
Ooh, okay, in 1 year, hopefully I will have premiered my one-woman show that I've been working on for like 4 years now. Okay. In 3 years, I hope to have transitioned to LA.
Okay.
To venture over to the commercial side of dance a little bit more. And in 10 years, I hope to have established my organization as a nonprofit, as an international nonprofit, because I'm currently finishing up my master's degree in public administration, so I'm focusing on policy and arts advocacy, especially with arts education. Okay. So that's where I hope to be in the next 1, 3, and 10 years.
Okay. All right. I like that you have a structure. That's awesome. All right. So one of my last questions here. The hardest thing you can do is take a chance on yourself. And in this day and age, I think people are falling by the wayside as far as creativity goes because they feel that they may not be accepted or their idea may not be as successful as they envision. what words of encouragement would you have for that person that's afraid to act out on that one passion that they have?
I feel like I'm talking to myself because some days you have those moments where you're like, oh, this isn't gonna be fully understood.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you just have to take a leap of faith. You just have to trust your instincts, and God gave you that vision for a reason. So you just have to believe in that vision, and the rest will come to fruition as it may be. It may not look like what you think it will look like, but in the end, it will all work out how it's supposed to, and you just have to be open to receiving.
All right. Well, Miss,
is that good?
I love it. I love it. It's very inspirational. Honestly, it definitely spoke to me. So I'm sure it will touch someone that needs to hear it. So, one last question, Miss Deidre. It is the holiday season. Thanksgiving is upon us. Just a random question: if you had to rank your top 3 favorite foods for the holiday, I had to get you. So, what would be your top 3 foods you're looking forward to?
Okay. So let's start from the bottom. Let's start at number 3.
Okay.
I think the mac and cheese. Okay.
Okay.
I don't eat cheese often, but my mom makes a bomb mac and cheese. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Number 2 would be the sweet potato pie.
There you go.
Because I am addicted.
Right.
But I only get it during this time of year, so
right.
You have to be grateful. I have to be thankful.
Preach.
And then number 1 is the dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I actually just finished some. I know I wasn't supposed to eat it before tomorrow, but I had to taste it. I had to test it a little bit.
Got to make sure it's right. There you go. All right. Well, Miss Deidre, if anyone wanted to get in contact with you, whether it be about business or just dance or just wanted to run some ideas by you, what's the best way to reach you via social media?
Yeah, so my Instagram account is dgraham_07, and I also have a website, which is probably the easiest way to get in contact with me, because I know sometimes my social media accounts can be a little crazy. So my website is www.diedregraham.com, and my name is spelled DIEDREGRAHAM. Yeah, you can click on the contact button on my website and send me an email, and I should be able to respond immediately.
All right. Well, again, Miss Deidre, it's been a pleasure sitting here interviewing you. I know you have things to do because it is the holiday season, so I won't take up any more of your time. But on behalf of 2020 Podcast, I appreciate you for taking time out your schedule to do this interview.
No, I'm so appreciative of you inviting me. Hopefully we can have more conversations soon.
Yes, ma'am. I look forward to it. So, with that being said, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was just saying, yeah, of course.
Absolutely. But with that being said, this has been your boy, Sirr. This has been a Business Minute with Miss Diedre Graham of Mobile, Alabama. You know what it is. And you guys have a blessed day.